Just be like, not all black and white. That sounds better. Hosted by a black and a white person. Hey, you good?
I call it the black and white, and if they don't fucking like it, they can fight me.
You good? You good? I know we had beef earlier today. You know, your life almost ended, dog. But you're still here. If you try to attack me like that again, I will. He tried to bite me, and I raised my hand up a little bit. I wasn't gonna hit him. Ooh, that boy been playing online. I raised my hand up, and he flinched hard, and I was like, oh, you know who's alpha then, bitch.
I don't think you should be that violent with your cat, man. He's just a kitten.
I don't hit him or anything. It was just one of those moments today where we had to have a heart to heart.
No,
come to Jesus.
Come to Jesus.
I'm glad we said it at the same time. Oh, bitch! Hold on, let me warm up. Hold on. All right. Jesus!
Really good punch. So, man, it's been a pretty crazy week with the fucking another shooting. Good shit.
Whoa! Bye-bye, Goku. In real.
The New Zealand shooting, did you get a chance to read his manifesto at all?
No, bro. I didn't feel like reading that shit.
I just felt like I wanted to know what this dude was about, you know?
Yeah, man, I don't fucking know. That dude was I didn't know if he was trolling or not, because
I don't think he was
trolling.
He
fucking says, sub to PewDiePie and everything during it, and I'm like, bro, what? It almost seemed like it wasn't, real, and then until, he walks in and shoots him. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even, fucking read the whole article or anything, because I didn't want to be...
I didn't know enough about
reading
it.
shit like that is just so... I don't know. I'm over reading stuff like that, personally. Like the Charleston, Virginia thing, a couple years ago. The church in Charleston, that shit still fucks me up. And it's just repetitive. We had a Jewish church, a Jewish synagogue, not a church, that got shot up. What was that, last year? There's no...
But the religious... It can't be that surprising at this point anymore. Religious things have been going on forever, dude. I used to go to this church here in Texas.
No, it's not surprising. It's just old to watch.
Of course.
Because,
well, anything that violent is... Talking about pure
Have you ever seen the movie
murder.
Rampage? Have you ever seen the movie Rampage?
Yeah.
That's basically what it was, but Jesus Christ, wrecked. Bitch.
I don't know if you got me or not. Oh, you did.
I did.
Fucking OS. But religious things like that have been for ever, dude. That is not a recent thing. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying it's a recent thing.
I remember back when I was a kid,
the culture of it's almost as if they're trying to one up each other. You know what I'm saying? The culture of how are we gonna stream or how we're gonna go to.
Hey guys,
yeah,
we're gonna. Hey, Gunner, Hawk, I'm in the middle of a podcast, man. I'll link up with y'all in a little bit.
Hey, y'all can still join in this bitch though. Damn. Hey, you can still join in, bro. Alright, never mind.
This is private, bro. We can't only have one. I tried to invite PC, and then the motherfucker left last week in the middle of the shit.
We didn't really talk about shit anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, but anyways, like I was saying. No, well, like what I said, back whenever I was a kid, I was going to this church called something Wedge Church. It was in Fort Worth somewhere. And they had a shooting there where a guy came in with a gun and was like, do you believe in God? And they would be like, nah. And he would shoot him, or they'd say yes, and he said, well, do you believe in my God? And then if they said no, he would shoot him. And he went like that for, you know, I'm assuming a little bit. I don't know. I was still young whenever it happened. But, so, and then like the Charleston thing, that was racially motivated as well. That wasn't just religiously motivated. I would say that was probably more racially motivated than it was religiously motivated. There's the same thing with the dude that in New Zealand. It was a religiously motivated terrorist attack, and you could call it whatever you want, but that's what it was. The dude killed Muslims. Did you see that post that I posted today of the dude that you can see in the video where the guy says hello brother to him or some shit like greetings brother?
Yeah, I saw that.
What a fucking legend that dude is. What a legend that dude is.
Yeah, he says hello brother, and then that's like his last words. He gets murked.
Sucks, but I mean, you know, shit happens.
No, I mean, I'm not saying.
I think that the only reason we know more about it now is because of how connected to the world we are. You know what I mean?
That's it, and that's the main thing. Because just to, I mean, it's to highlight the whole racism thing. It's the same. It's not like it's changed anything. It's not like it's been any different. What was a major thing that happened in the 90s in comparison to now? Rodney King, right?
Yeah.
So Rodney King was popular because not popular, but
no, that was a terrible thing that happened to that dude. You want to talk about straight up police brutality? There's no.
What I'm saying, like, the reason why it was so huge was because the fact of it was recorded, it was on camera, and that's all it is. It's not like this shit is getting any different. It's just the fact that it's just all being documented.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that now, in the age of social media and shit, that's why police are being called out for their shit more. That's why people are fucking, you know, getting called out for racism and bigotry. You can just see it now. It's a different era. Whereas like everything else, like back in the 90s, even back as far as the 90s, racism was more quiet because not everybody had a cell phone or a video camera to record the terrible decisions you were making. And so, I unfriended a chick today, or, yeah, today actually, she said that, I don't know what her other post was about, but, she said that I guess her boyfriend at the time dumped her. So she made up a bunch of lies about him hitting on her and shit. And she's like, I didn't know just a couple of lies would ruin somebody's reputation like this. I was like, are you fucking serious? In this day and age? You think that a couple of lies where people will believe fucking anything if it's completely... If somebody told you that I was beating on women, you wouldn't believe that, would you? You wouldn't believe it. But random people that didn't know me, they would believe that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they'll believe it with no evidence.
Opinion, this fucker here, bro. The court of public opinion is always going to be basically how things go. You know what I'm saying? Like, call it what you want, like the whole Kavanaugh thing. We don't know what really happened. No one does. But at the same time, it's the court of public opinion. So let's just say he didn't do anything. But at the end of the day, he's still going to be tarnished just because the fact.
Oh yeah, his reputation is forever tarnished. He'll always be associated with that.
Yeah, and that's my point. Like, it's done forever. You don't get a choice from that.
Yeah, there's no recovery.
That's why, like, when people, for her to say like, oh, I didn't know like it would ruin his life. Like, get the fuck out of here. You knew it would ruin his life. That's why you said it in the first place.
Yeah, I fucking unfriended her. I was like, I even said something too. I was like, in this day and age, you didn't think that was gonna, people were gonna just believe you? And they were just so quick to like jump on him about it. You know what I mean? Like everybody was so quick. He's so weird. It's like, yeah, but because he's weird, he beats people. Like he beats women. No. Plenty of people are fucking weird and they don't fucking beat women every day. I'm sorry. I don't know. I know the girl, and she's always been a notorious fucking liar, man. She would lie about sleeping with my brother while she was dating some other guy.
This is over. Bye.
Sounds like a thought.
She is. That's 100% what she is. And she like friended me, and I was like, hey, whatever. And then like not even 3 or 4 days later, you come out with this drama that I just.
Wow.
I told her, I was like, what you did was not okay. You should be ashamed of yourself. It's a fucking terrible thing.
Man. I really hate problematic ass people because there's no reason to be that way.
The thing is that there are real victims out there, you know? And
yeah, and then
people,
what that does is, I mean,
it makes it
we're
question.
We're not like, there's no, but
well, people wonder why people ask for
that
evidence and shit.
That completely detracts those people who actually dealt with those things.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that people question victim. This is why people are like, we need evidence. Because of bitches like you who sit here and say, oh, I lied about it because I was mad that he dumped me. How fucking, what are you in high school? Get the fuck over it. It's pathetic. It was sad. And I feel bad for that dude. Because now he's got a bunch of random people hating on him for shit that he didn't even do.
Yeah, no, that's dead. It's kind of like the whole thing of, should women that lie on athletes, or not even just athletes, but people who that like they get accused of rape go to jail? Like, yes, it's 100% because you're ruining that person's life.
You should go to jail. If the person has been accused of rape and they've spent time in prison, you should do double whatever they spent in jail. And then if you lie about it and they find out that you lied about it, that's already a felony. Filing a false police report.
Yeah, that's perjury too.
There needs to be more repercussions to deter women from doing it. Men too. Men do the same shit. It's not just women. I'm not trying to say that. But
no, everybody does that shit.
There needs to be a more serious repercussions to that. Because just ruining somebody's lives and only having to go, they're only gonna, financially be responsible? It's not enough.
It's not enough.
Because all you can really do is sue them for defamation of character, whatever that word is.
Defamation of character?
I don't know why I can't say that shit, bro. I don't know why I cannot say that fucking word. But, yeah, it's crazy, man. Anything crazy at work happened this week? Because I got some stories, bro. I got a few.
Nah, see, I don't have a crazy job like you do.
Yeah, well, first, I guess I'll tell you about the dude that I had to bounce.
Oh, you actually had to bounce somebody.
I had to actually earn my paycheck this week. Earn my measly $50. Well, oh boy, he came in. I already knew he was drunk. I said something to the bartender about only serving him like one, you know? And, well, he started getting handsy with one of the waitresses, and, you know, I mouth, "Are you okay?" to her, and she shakes her head, and so I'm like, all right, well, then this guy's gotta go. If he's making the girls feel unsafe, then he's gotta leave. I can't have it here. And so I go up to him and I'm like, hey man, it's time for you to go. And he's drunk, so you know how that goes. And me and one other guy escort him to the door. And it's not until he gets outside that he starts getting really belligerent with me. And so I'm telling him, I was like, dude, just walk away. It's not worth it. Go home, sleep it off. You know, I'm trying to de-escalate the situation. And it's not working. Well, I take a step forward and I'm like, you're gonna leave or I'm gonna have to call the cops. And when I said I'm gonna call the cops, he took a swing at me. And
Oh, really?
yeah, he took a swing. And he's drunk, so it was nothing for me to just dodge it.
Is that really it?
But the thing is that fucks with me is that I fucked my goddamn hand up hitting this guy in the side of the head.
Bro, what are you, a fucking rookie?
Well, listen, this is what happened,
You
okay?
ain't punched somebody in a while, huh?
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah,
Fucking,
you forgot.
when this dude swung, he lost his balance, and I went to counter. And I went to counter him in the jaw, but he fell forward a little bit whenever he threw the punch.
Ooh, you hit his fucking skull?
Yeah, I hit him on the top, like right on the side of the head, right above his ear. Oh, it put him out. He went to sleep. But now my pinky is fucking, like I got that, like it's not swollen or anything, but it hurts like if I touch it on anything for too long, if I like bump it. It's that boxer's fracture you get. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
where it's like, you know,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
you know it's fucked up, but there's nothing you can really do about it. One of
You
those
just gotta
type.
let it heal.
Yeah. Well, and then, on a less serious note, on a more funny side, I also, get the gas station down the road from my house, and I get this kid that came in, and he's a little bit younger than me, not too much, but he asked me, he's like, hey man, you by any chance listen to metal? And I was like, nah man, I listen to country. He was like, what? I was like, yeah bro, Shania Twain, that's my shit. I feel like a woman, and you should have seen this fucking kid's face, bro. He could not believe that, which it was a total bullshit lie because there was fucking metal music playing on my phone. You know, it was just one of those things where I was like, I can mess with this kid and it'll be awesome.
Stop fucking biting my mic. We have to have another conversation? Sorry, I gotta talk to my cat, my nigga, relax. Hey, look me in the eyes. Now, open your eyes. He closes his eyes whenever I'm like holding him by his face, because he doesn't want to look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes. I'll force your eyes open.
Look at me.
He purposely does it. Now his eyes are completely open. But when I hold him by his face, he don't look at me, because he can't handle that gaze. You can't handle confrontation, huh, cuz? Yeah, don't do it. That's a no, bro. Okay? Good boy.
But I had a crazy work week, man. I'm not used to that shit. Well, I wasn't even supposed to work that night either. That was the craziest thing. I don't usually work on Thursday nights, but I guess a guy called in sick or, he just didn't show up. I don't know. I didn't ask. But he had called me and asked me if I wanted to come in for, a shift, and I was like, yeah. He was like, you won't have to work Friday night if you don't want to, and I was like, okay, cool. It's not like I do shit anyways, but, and so I went in, and then I have to deal with that, and the cops get there. Dude was, he was unconscious, so they had to call EMTs. Luckily, they have cameras right out front. And so they saw the guy. I was like, well, we got cameras. You don't have to take my word for it. Even though they weren't going to just take my word for it. I was like, there's cameras. And they saw the dude take a swing at me first. And so I'm in the clear. But I was actually surprised considering I haven't had to fight anybody or, I haven't sparred in forever. I thought it was a drunk dude's punch, but I still fucking slipped it like I hadn't missed a beat. And it's good to know that I'm still, I'm not completely dope.
Bro, okay, so I'm gonna break it down for you on why you still have said ability. You ready for this?
Yeah, let's hear it.
You ever, I hope so, but you ever listen to Bruce Lee? Like read any of his books?
I have not read any of his books, no. But
fucking pathetic. You should be ashamed of yourself as a martial artist. But I'm gonna tell you it anyway. So,
but I have like watched a lot of documentaries and shit on him, and like listened to a lot of his interviews and stuff that he said and whatnot.
so okay, he actually might have said in an interview, if I recall. But in one of the interviews, and then one of the books, he talks about. Sorry, I was yawning. Talks about it. He was like, "It happens." You know what it is?
Nope. What is it?
It is that moment where you just naturally and instinctively you weave the punch and then you connect with the counter. That's it. It is where it's just you don't even have to think about it because you just done it so much, and that's how your body is now. It's just trained to react that way. You never lose it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They say, I think there was a study that like they say like if you do a class like every day, you retain 95% of it. If you think about it every day, even if you're not physically doing it, you still retain 85 to 90% of what you're doing. If you don't do any of that, you're not gonna retain any of it, right?
Right.
But being who we are, you know, and
Yeah, we talk about it.
a lot
I
of martial arts is very cerebral and very cognitive. You know what I mean? You can't
Yeah.
help but think of that shit. And we watch boxing and MMA for, you know what I'm saying? We do it as a hobby. So you're never gonna lose it. Of course, you just slip that shit perfectly. You probably saw it in like slow motion. Too.
Oh, it
You're
was in
probably like,
slow motion.
Is this fucker really trying to throw a punch at me? Like you saw him lined up, and then you were like, all right, and you just naturally moved out the way.
I knew the punch was coming definitely before he even threw the punch. I was like, oh, here it comes. Well, because most people, you know, I would say in today's age, maybe back whenever I was a kid, you know, when UFC was not a big thing, when I was in middle school, it was not a huge thing. I would talk about the UFC.
No, bro.
And
it was like human cockfighting. That's what they called it.
Yeah, I would talk about like Matt Hughes and how I loved Matt Hughes, and he was my favorite fighter at the time, and that's why he's one of the reasons I got into MMA, is because I loved watching Matt Hughes fight. I'm not even a fucking wrestler, and I loved watching him fight. I'm a fucking boxer, you know? And I just, like, no, back then I would say that maybe 10% of the American population knew how to defend themselves adequately in a street fight with like basic training. Now I would say the number is much more like 25 to 30% of the American population.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Because, you know, it's because the UFC has gotten such a big deal, and every guy thinks that he's tough. You know what I mean? You know, every guy, well, most of the guys think that they're, you know, bad enough to try that shit. And I grew up watching it. I was in boxing in middle school and shit, so I was never, and then, you know, of course, I was watching the UFC and then practicing the moves and shit I would see on my brothers. It's like, oh, I want to know how to do this, you know? Like, how do I get this armbar in perfectly? Like he's doing it. You know, watching old Royce Gracie fucking versus that Hawaiian dude that he grabbed by the hair and was fucking palm striking in the head. As he was on his back, that was one of the craziest things I'd ever seen, was a dude lose a fight while he's standing over the top of the dude.
Bro, the craziest thing I've ever seen was when this fucker, Matt Hughes, is quite literally like passing out. And he just fucking...
Oh, the Carlos Newton fight.
Batista bomb.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. That is...
He basically does a Batista bomb and like destroys... I was like, what the fuck? That was arguably...
Not only did he destroy that dude, but he destroyed that man's career. That man's name is Carlos Newton. And after that, he was always known as the guy that Matt Hughes powerbombed. He was one of the most vicious powerbombs ever. Until Rampage came around with that Pride powerbomb, that was probably the most vicious powerbomb in MMA to the date. And then you see, but that one was unintentional, and even Matt Hughes later admitted that he was out cold whenever he slammed Carlos Newton like that. And then...
Yeah. No, bro, you could tell he was out cold.
Oh, yeah. I
there
know
was like him... the way that happened was Carlos got that triangle, and Matt Hughes, like, picked him up. He fucking walked to the other side of the cage. That's how fucking strong that dude was. Walked to the other side of the cage, and he just, like, hoists him up on the cage. And I'm just like, what is going on? And the ref was probably like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yo, what's going on? and then all of a sudden you just see him, boom, boom, and this dude just.
It's over. Well, what was crazy is that I think that he was out, but the impact of him jarring that dude to the ground woke him up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Like instantly brought him back to after he slammed that guy, because when he slammed that dude went out, and so that triangle was immediately released. The pressure, all the pressure from that triangle was gone, and so immediately blood is rushing back into your head. You know, I've watched a dude in school get hit, knocked out, and then get woken up with punches.
Yeah, it happens.
And I was like, that's terrible. I was like, what a terrible way to wake up. Speaking of, what do you think is worse, getting knocked out or getting KO'd by a body shot?
Ooh, getting KO'd by a body shot, definitely.
Oh yeah, 100% agree, man.
Bro, you get KO'd by a body shot, like, it's one thing to get knocked out, right? You get knocked out, it's like you're asleep. You get KO'd by a body shot, and it's like that feeling never leaves.
Oh yeah, I know.
Not even for like the next couple days.
It's a really satisfying thing to do too, man. I remember when I was testing for my black belt with Tony, and I was sparring Zachary, and I kneed him in the chest so hard that he just stopped immediately. He's like, I'm
just
done.
Freeze him.
Yeah, dude. It's so satisfying to hit like a perfect liver blow on somebody and then watch them fold up. Because it's not instant like a knockout is. That's why it's so intense. A liver blow is one of those things that takes 2-3 seconds for your body to realize that what just happened to it.
Yeah, bro, because like you get hit and then like you'll still be standing there, and then all of a sudden you'll be like, fuck.
You have no choice. There's no choice in the matter. It's not a thing that you can control. You're standing there, and then out of nowhere, your body just folds over by itself, and then you start to feel the pain. At least that's how it was whenever I experienced it. You know, that shit
I'd much rather be knocked out than
I would
be
much
fucking...
rather be knocked out, I agree. I want to...
Then, like, go with a body shot. Bro, a body shot? Oh, my God. Because, like, oh, man. Like getting hit... Just getting hit in the solar plexus enough is, like, painful.
Yeah, definitely.
That'll knock the wind out of you, bro.
I hate getting the wind knocked out of me, for sure.
Yeah, that's the worst. So, like, getting knocked out by a body shot is that times 20. Just pure carnage.
I think that the best thing that ever happened to me was to leave Tony, training with Tony.
No shit.
I mean, Tony did teach me a lot. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like he didn't teach me anything, you know. He was there for my first, like, win, you know, in a sanctioned fight. And so I appreciate him for what he taught me. I just think that he was only going to ever be able to teach me so much. Because I think Tony was you could always tell that he was a kickboxer. You know what I mean? Because
definitely.
We never really worked on the ground that much.
Because he didn't know shit on the ground. Remember that dumbass thing he did, and he called it an armbar, and like I was like, that's not an armbar.
With the shoulder where you would slip and then rotate out with the fucking your leg.
Some dumb shit, bro. Like, and I was like, that's not an armbar at all.
It worked. I remember doing it. I remember doing it to you actually in the middle of one of our sparring sessions.
I don't remember that ever happening. We sparred twice, Charlie. Like never. That's never more than that.
No,
we sparred once at the dojo. We didn't even actually spar in his garage. That never happened in the garage.
Yeah, we did. We sparred like twice for sure.
I've never
in the garage because you got me once with a rear naked. I remember that.
That was at the original gym, but not at his garage.
That was in his garage, bro.
No, it wasn't, bro. I promise you it wasn't.
Dude.
Bro, we can ask people who were there. Kirkwood and Christian. We'll ask them.
I don't think Kirkwood was there.
That's my point. That's how I know it wasn't at that place, because Kirkwood was already at Tony's garage when I started going to Tony's garage.
Yeah, so was I. Like I started.
That's my point.
Whatever.
So it would have to have been at the gym.
I don't remember. I don't think so, though, man. The way I'm remembering it is different. But I remember you getting a rear naked on me not in the gym. It was the second time that he had brought that SWAT cop over. It was not the first time.
I don't even know what SWAT cop you're talking about.
That cop.
You talking about the dude that was like his first black belt?
Yeah, some shit like that. Like he tried to do that spinning kick on you I remember this in the gym, in the dojo. He tried to do a fucking like spinning roundhouse, and like you rushed him, and he ended up fucking his back up because like as he was in mid rotation and you just hit him right in the back. Like you didn't punch him or anything, you just moved to the center of his back, and he fell to the ground. You don't remember that?
Was he an older cat?
I don't know. He was older than us, man. He was at least, I think he was probably as old as I am now. So
okay, I think I remember what you're talking about. Cause it was some dumbass kick he was doing.
Yeah, and I saw it and I was like, ooh, cause you fucked him up. I remember you fucked him up.
That was funny.
That was funny. I remember laughing about that with you later on that night.
A lot of Tony's guys were questionable to me.
I don't know, man. I remember taking that old man kicking my ass in his garage when I was testing.
Cliff?
I don't know who he was.
Cliff? You talking about whenever you were testing? The kickboxer? Magic?
Yeah. Yeah, and he fucking kicked
Cliff,
me in the face.
Just kidding. Cliff was good.
He kicked me in the... I don't give a shit, bro. I'm a fucking great striker. And I have never been downed by a head kick since that kick. That man knocked me.
You learned your lesson.
Oh, hell yeah. I learned my lesson. Two different things. One... Never underestimate anybody. I don't give a fuck how old they are. That was the problem, is that I didn't want to hurt that old man. That's what I thought the first round that we went. I was like, I don't want to hurt this old man. And then he backed me up into the fucking wall before I knew what was happening and fucked me up and kicked me in my goddamn face. That's what put me on that
I don't even think, I think it was that was just pure experience difference right there. Because if realistically, if you would have came like, well,
that's what happened. The second round was a whole lot different than the first round.
Yeah. Because I was going to say, like, sparring him, I got the feeling that, like, how do I word it?
He was a good
I don't want to take away anything from him, but, like, at the same time, I was like, I would fuck you up if this came down to it. But in a sparring match, you'll beat me because a sparring match is sanctioned. You know, it's controlled.
It's different. Well, yeah, it's also you're not going full speed either.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I disagree that people should go full speed during a sparring match.
Well, it depends on if we're wearing fucking UFC gloves, do not go
full speed.
No,
fuck that. You should go full speed no matter what.
No, hell no.
Withhold the power, just don't go full power, but you should always throw full speed. That's it. You ever wonder why TIE fighters, like, have the longevity they do? Because they've been fighting since, like, 12. And then, I mean, I say longevity because their careers are like, they start at like fucking 10.
Oh, they're like super young when they start.
But they still fight till like 25, and like the ones that make it to like 30 plus, it's because they never, when they spar full speed, and it's full contact, but they don't hit hard. It's just, it's the same as like doing mitts, basically. They're not hitting to try to kill you. And that's the major difference. And I think that was like the old American way, bro. We used to go in there and try to like fuck each other up.
Well,
and we come out with like concussions and shit. We're like, what the fuck happened?
That's the thing that we're trying to avoid, man. CTE is just now being discovered to where there's all this fucking brain damage and shit that happens.
Yeah, bro.
Because people used to do the old American way where they would just go in there and fuck each other up. And that's not how you have longevity in a career at all. I mean, think about it. Not at all, man. Think about it. They're fighting at 10 if they were smarter.
Your body can't handle that much.
No, it can't. It can't. It just cannot physically do it. I only did 5 fights and I was like, I'm done. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm fucking hurting everywhere. Like, even when I wasn't in fights, you know what I mean? I would still be in pain somewhere.
Yeah.
And it just got too much. It's too much for me. I was like, I'm done, dude. This isn't... I love fighting, but fighting did not love me. And because of the style of fighter that I am, whereas I'll just go in there and we'll just see which one of us is tougher. Because I'll sit here and throw punches.
I also think like the type of coaching we received was a major part of that. Because had you got good coaching from the start, you would still probably be doing it.
Probably, yeah.
I'm not trying to downplay or disrespect anybody, but
No. You're 100% right.
There was no real instruction.
No, there wasn't. It was teaching me things. You know what? The biggest thing he taught me was movement. How to move. Which is important. I'm not taking anything away from it. He taught me how to move with my punches, to move away from fights, to how to position people in when I'm striking with them, how I want them, you know what I mean? And it led me to 4 knockouts. But the problem was that he didn't try to break my old habits of just standing there and brawling with somebody. Because there's no longevity in brawling.
Nah, not at all. That's why the boxing is called the sweet science. Don't get me wrong. Like, when you come down to, like, so I actually had a fight. It was a Muay Thai fight, and it was bullshit. Like, I fought this dude that was like 6'5", 240, and I was like, alright, I'm fucking fighting Lennox Lewis mixed with Mike Tyson. But it's really like the war of attrition, and like I'm down to brawl at the end, but like from the jump, nah, bro, no, I'm gonna counter punch like.
No, see, I don't like to do that. I want to get in your face and hit you as many times as I can.
Let me rephrase it. I like to push the pace, but I like to push my own pace.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in there and brawl, cause not everybody's meant to brawl.
Oh, no.
And if we were sparring, I would get in there and brawl with you because I know it'll be fun and I know you won't back down. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
Most people, when you get in there and brawl, like they're just throwing looping ass punches, and you get caught by some garbage, and you know you're fucking them up. It's not fun for me, and it's not.
I don't know, man. That's that 2 different styles of fighting, and also I was raised, dude. I've been getting my ass kicked since I was a kid, you know, like since I was a little kid, by my dad. So, and then my dad in middle school, my dad would bring guys home from at Albertsons from where he worked, and me and my brothers would box those guys.
Wild.
Yeah. Like, we used to have videotapes and shit of us boxing these grown-ass men. And this is before, like, I hit a growth spurt, and I was 5'10", and, you know, I looked like I could do something. You know, people always look at me, I can't believe how skinny I was back in high school, bro. I used to think I was the shit in high school. And I was like, God, I was such a little fuck.
Bro, high school was...
That wasn't that long ago for you, man.
6 years.
God damn, has it really been 6 years? Well, it's been 8 years.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so.
I had to, like, fucking understand that the other day. I was like, golly, it's been 6 fucking years.
You have a class ring?
High school. No, why would I buy that shit?
Okay, good. You got a Leatherman jacket?
No.
Look at you, man, you bro.
I don't care anything. My dad was, he put me on game about high school long, like when I first got in. And of course, you know, I was a kid, I wasn't really listening. I heard him, but I wasn't listening. But he was like, bro, high school is like nothing. He was like, people peak in high school and that's the end of it. It's like, don't care about what these people think and all this other stuff. Which I took it for granted until like my senior year when I finally was like, bro, it's senior year, I don't give a fuck. I'm never gonna see these people, high school doesn't matter.
It doesn't,
but
bro.
if I had a chance to do high school again, knowing what I know now, it would be a lot different outcome.
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
probably
sure.
enjoy high school more.
I would do better in high school. Dude, I failed fucking 9th grade 4 times. Not because I was dumb or anything. I failed 9th grade 4 times.
Oh, you just didn't give a fuck.
I did not give a fuck, bro. I literally did nothing. I would come to school. The only reason I would go to school was so my mom wouldn't catch I wouldn't catch a truancy charge and my mom would have to pay a bunch of fines. So I would go to school and sleep, and if these fuckers talked to me or said anything to me while I was sleeping and they tried to wake me up, I would get pissed off and yell at them, right? And then they would send me to the office. The office would send me to, you know, ISS, and then I would just sleep in there. Because the teacher in there, he didn't give a fuck if I was asleep. I was like, I'm going to sleep. If you don't like it, then whatever. And that's just how I was, especially the first 2 years. The third year, or the actual last year that I tried, like I really did try, I passed it. It was easy. You know what I mean?
You passed with what?
I passed with flying colors. It was easy. But I was also playing, I got it back into sports and shit, so I was motivated to do well in school because I needed to do well in school to play sports. And because it was the last year that I was going to be able to play sports. I wouldn't have been able to play again because of where my birthday falls.
Bro, fuck school, bro. I mean, fuck high school. Like, that shit's so irrelevant.
Once I dropped out, dude, it took me 2 weeks to graduate. I did it all online.
You said once you dropped out?
Yeah, once I dropped out, it took me 2 weeks to graduate because I did it all online. I literally did all my coursework in 2 weeks.
Yeah, bro, it's simple shit. Like,
and what's fucked up, I didn't study and I averaged a C+ on all my shit. It's not terrible. Because I didn't study. Most of the shit was just common sense. But a lot of that, how I felt about school was like, I was like, I've seen what the real world is. You know, I'm poor, motherfuckers. Like, I know.
Yeah, school. Oh, man.
I know
school is such a great area.
It's one of those things where it's like, yes, you should know how to read and write. I definitely think both those things are important. Math, you only need to know how to do basic math. It's all I've ever had to do is basic math. And science, I think that we should learn how to teach people the basics, which is basically reading, writing, and math. And then let them choose what they want to do, find what they're passionate about, and nurture that. Imagine if we had a kid who had wanted to be a doctor his whole life, and we taught him nothing about how to be a good doctor from, you know, the get-go.
Right.
Instead of us, we'll make him go through 12 years of basic schooling. This is just the basic shit you need to know. 12 years of that. Then you have to go to a 4-year college. You need to go to college for 4 years. Then you got to go to medical school for 4 years.
Yeah, see, I don't understand that. So, in Japan, students over there, like, when you're about to graduate, you're trying to get in, like, you take tests. Of course, you take the test to get into the university, and then, like, they take, like, a aptitude test, and they place you. Like, that's what you're good at, that's what you do. And, like, you're geared towards that. I hate the fact that, like, fucking 12 years, bro, and then, like, I have to go through another 2 years of some bullshit that I don't care about to get to, like, the last 2 years of my schooling.
Yeah, or you can
get
just
my
do what
degree.
you're doing right now. And just put in a bunch of time at one place, put 5 years
Exactly.
in, and then you're a manager, and then you put another 5 years in and you're a district manager, and you put another 5 years in and you're whatever's above that. It's just that's how, you don't have to have a college education to be successful. My problem is that I have a bad attitude.
At this, wait, say it again? Your problem is what?
I have a bad attitude. Like, when people are rude to me, I don't take that shit. Like, you're not gonna be rude to me just because I'm sitting on this side of the counter, man. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and have you disrespect me, because if I was on the other side of that counter and you started mouthing off like that, I'd smack you in the mouth. Because people say wild shit when you're in fucking retail, bro.
That's because customers have this sense of entitlement. And, like, customers are always right. I can say whatever the fuck I want. You can't do anything about it because I own you, essentially. Like, I own your job.
Oh, no, you don't.
Not here, bro.
I don't give a fuck.
I regularly check customers.
You know, the longest job I've had has been a year. And you want to know why?
Is it what?
A year. And in the year that I put in, I made the night manager. I was running this hotel basically by myself. Because the people that were in the mornings, they didn't ever want to do nothing. They didn't want to make the schedule. They didn't want to do payroll. They didn't want to do none of that shit. And so for the first 3 months, right, I worked there as just a regular hotel fucking clerk, front desk clerk. And then I got promoted to the assistant manager. And then I got promoted to the night manager. And basically, the reason that I did so well was because when the customers were acting like fucking assholes to me, I would just act like an asshole back, and then they would tell my boss, and my boss would ask me about it, and I'd be like, I didn't say that. And he'd be like, oh, okay, and we would just move on. I told
So you would lie and get away with it?
Well, yeah, essentially. It wasn't a lie though, because the customer is always exaggerating, bro.
That's true.
They always make shit up. Like, and they never tell the full story. They never say the entirety of what was said. They only say what. Usually, it's only the negative shit that you said. They never say what they said to instigate you. Because they'll sit there and act like they were just fucking little innocent angel, and they didn't have no attitude, or they weren't fucking saying reckless shit to you. Like, do you think I give a fuck about this $8 an hour job, bitch? I will fucking come across this counter and smack the shit out of you.
Yeah, see, and I say the same thing, and like, I'm like, no dollar sign is enough for my dignity.
Exactly. That's how I feel about it. It's like, you're not.
I ain't gonna let you. I check the fuck out of, and it's one of our biggest customers, like in the state of Texas, and like he was talking real reckless, and I was like, hey, I understand you're upset. I said, but I can't fix this unless you tell me what happened. He's still talking reckless. I said, all right, let me tell you like this: you didn't do your fucking job. Okay, so now you're mad at me and your worker because you didn't do your fucking job. So until you do your fucking job, I can't help you do your fucking job. And then he hung up. Then he calls my boss's boss. Then he calls back, and he was like, I'm sorry, I did mess up on that. After like all of that, because I still held my ground on it, but I was like, I don't understand why y'all think that you can just talk to people and they're not going to have a reaction. I'm human just like you. This job does not define me, bro. If you want to step outside, we can step outside. If you want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation. But at the end of the day, I'm human just like you are. So I don't understand why you think you can just be whatever the fuck you want to be towards a person. It doesn't work like that. In any day in regular life, you're not going to just talk to some person all crazy and expect no repercussions. It doesn't happen like that.
Some people do. And then you see what happens to those people.
Yeah, okay, and then when they get the shit smacked out of them, they completely lose that.
Like that thing with the dude, the guy that Egg Boy. From Aussie, he egged the politician. I don't know anything. Let me say this first. I don't know anything about Australian politics. But when that dude egged him, and then the other dude smacked the shit out of him, I was like, that's what you get. I don't know what he said. I don't know why he's a bad dude. I know he's probably a piece of shit. But...
Oh, okay. So let me give you some context. Because I understand where you come from, and objectively speaking, I get that. I was thinking the same thing. Like, if a person egged me, I'm slapping the shit out of them.
Yeah, I'd smack the shit out of them. I don't give a fuck.
The reason why he got egged is because, like, not even a day after the shooting, he posted, like, a message. He was like, something horrific happened. And then he, instead of blaming the shooter or the terrorist, he says, it's because of heightened Muslim immigration. Or migration towards New Zealand. We should close our borders, get rid of these Muslims.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I was like, how the fuck do you turn something so horrific?
Because everybody does. The left does the same thing when they call for gun control.
No, I get that. But at the same time, like, this is not the time to be saying anything like that.
Oh, I agree.
That's 100%. Why. Remember when old girl? I don't think you saw it, but whenever I was like, bro, like New Zealand got wrecked. Like, what the fuck? And I said, hold your Muslim friends close. And she said, why? So they can buy or chop our heads off. And like, I was like, why the fuck would you say that?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, whoa.
She unfriended me, by the way.
That doesn't surprise me.
Because I was like, get help. Like, that shit's not funny. Like, why do you think that's okay, especially in a situation like this?
I would never...
You joking?
Look, you know me, okay? And I make jokes at really, really bad times, and I make bad fucking... They're funny, but they're bad, right? We can agree on that. They're funny, but they are very bad. And, but not even I thought it was okay to make a joke about that. Not the next day.
I was like, that's...
Because
there's no time to make a joke about. Like, if you... Not something like where people were gunned down for nothing. They were there at church.
Yeah.
And I was like, get help. And so she messages me. She messages me, like, on some... she sends, like... you know that emoji where it's, like, the 3 fingers where you're, like, I'm this close? She sends that one. And I was like, what the fuck is this? She was like, oh, because I told her on some other show, I was like, yeah, whatever, have a good day. And she says, she's like, this is me telling you I'm having a good day. And I was like, okay, cool. and then she says, and I'm gonna go get help. And I was like, what type of weird passive aggressive message was this?
Yeah.
Like, what did you accomplish here? Like, you should get help if you think it's okay to make fun of a whole religion right after there's a whole terrorist attack that happened on them.
This is the thing, though, is people just assume that terrorists can only be Muslim. I don't know where this came from, but they act like there hasn't been, like the IRA, which is a bunch of white Irish nationalists. They're not terrorists. They act like there aren't all different variety of terrorists everywhere.
There's a shit ton of terrorists, bro.
Terrorists.
Everybody's a terrorist if they want to be.
Exactly. Anybody has the ability, any person has the ability to invoke terror with violence.
Yep.
There's nobody on this planet that can't do it. I don't care who it is. And so, you know, people just need to call, what is that old saying? Call a spade a spade?
Yep.
Right? You know, that's what it is. He's a fucking terrorist, and there's no other way around that. And I like that people are not saying his name. I appreciate that, because I think that this is another thing that makes people do this shit, is that their name is in the news for fucking days.
Yeah. And then like when you name someone, like, it almost humanizes them.
No,
so, like,
well, it makes them live for longer than they should. Because what you should do is bury
they're like
this
almost
person.
immortal at that point.
Exactly.
Because they go down.
So
Like,
look at Ted
I'm always
Bundy,
gonna know
dude.
Dylan Roof.
Right, and look at the famous serial killers in the past. Look at serial killers. You want to know why white people are so obsessed with serial
Bro, we have a
killers?
whole fucking
Because there's
documentary of a serial killer.
There's so fucking many of them to choose from. And honestly, a lot of white people probably fantasize about doing that exact same shit. And as a white person, I do.
Okay, so as a black person, I'm gonna agree with that. As a human being, I'm gonna be objective. So there's two answers here. As a black person, I'm gonna be like, that's the fucking right. That's the truth. I 100% agree. As an objective person, I think that that's just a natural human thing. Because we grew up like, I mean, you don't believe in the Bible, which I don't have a problem with. I'm just saying, like, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Like, you're born into sin, shaped in iniquity. Like, that means you have all this sinful nature automatically. It's just part of being human. We're always gonna do fucked up shit. It's just a part of who we are.
It's just amazing how fucked up we can be. That's what's incredible. Just when I think that people can.
the amount of carnage and destruction that man has caused, and like the potential, like there's one thing like that you can say about men that we get constantly better at, and that's violence. We figure out how to be more violent in a more efficient way. It's so ridiculous.
We are definitely the worst when it comes to finding new ways to kill each other. You want to know one of the worst ways that I think is to die? And I saw this shit in, I can't remember. It was one of those old fucking Roman Greek ways to kill somebody. But every time I think about it, like, I'm cringing right now. And that's how bad it is. It's this.
The fuck is it?
It's called this. I can't remember what it's called, but I think it's called the Brazen Bull. All I know is
the Brazen Bull.
Yeah. Okay. So what it is this
Shut up.
Giant.
I just fed you. Shut the fuck up.
This giant.
Bro, we're really beefing, bro. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, this beef is real.
This giant.
Go. No, bro, he's being a bitch. I fed him as soon as I walked in, which I got here at 11. He shouldn't even be eating this late. Now he's gonna meow again to eat? No. Where do you get this privilege from, sir? We've never done this.
Cat privilege, bro.
You think just because we hashed it out today, I'm gonna be nice with you? Fuck you.
Anyways, it's basically this giant bronze bull, right? Statue that's hollow out in the inside, and what you do is you put people in there, and then you close it off.
Fuck.
And it's got holes in it, right? Okay? It's got
for the blood to come out?
No, listen. And what you do is you start a fire underneath it, and you let the fire cook these people inside of it. And when you hear
that's fucked.
The holes are so you can breathe, and not only that, but whenever you scream, it sounds like a fucking bull is mad. The dude that created it, I can't remember his fucking name. The dude who created it, though, The guy that thought of this idea was killed by the king. He was sentenced to death by the king. By his own shit.
Oh no! What
Yeah.
a cruel twist of fate.
You have to look it up, bro, because I'm giving you like very poor information on it. But it's a really interesting story, man. And I always
What
read
a
these.
cruel twist of fate. Like, your weapon of destruction that you created to basically serve the king was
I can't
turned
even
and used
imagine.
on you.
Bro, there's this quote. Have you seen the Castlevania on Netflix?
I haven't seen it all, but it's fire.
It's definitely fire. You should definitely watch it. The second season just came out, and it's pretty good. But there's this
Yeah, I
quote,
watched season 1, but like it took forever for season 2, so I took a break.
there's this there's the quote by the black dude in it that he says that I love. It's about the cold and the heat, how you can't escape the heat. It's always there, everywhere. You know what I mean? I love that. I love that quote because it's so fucking true. You can't escape the heat, and every time I think about that, I don't know what it's called, the brazen bull or some shit like that. I gotta look it up, dude. The golden bull, some shit like that. And this dude just fucking, every time, bro. Every time I think about it, it just makes me cringe because thinking about being like inside that thing as it's super like white hot from the fire and everything you touch is hurting you. Oh, okay, I gotta stop.
Bro, that king was so petty to do that. So like, you have to be a petty ass motherfucker to execute a person by their own machine.
Brazen bull. It is called the brazen bull.
All right. So now we have our new execution.
So
The
his
brazen
name
bull?
was Pyrolos.
What was it?
Pyrolos. In Greece. It was made in ancient Greece. Pyrolos proposed
That makes
it to
sense, bro. The Greeks were some
Follow
fucked up people.
the tyrant
Also very
of
progressive.
Arkracas, Sicilia, as a new means of executing criminals.
Motherfucker took some time to brainstorm how to kill people better and got killed by his own thing.
Yeah, so that's what it is called, the brazen bull. That shit is fucked up. Okay. You heard any good music, Ryan? Anything you want to let me in on?
Bro, no, there's nothing good right now.
Bro, are you
I
serious?
am, yeah, I mean, I've listened to a lot of, I go through Spotify and just like let it play sometimes to discover new music. But I just finished a MCR binge.
MCR, My Chemical Romance. I was never a
Yeah,
fan.
because, well, I listened to the Black Parade.
Okay,
and,
I mean, I like that song, The Black Parade.
right, so I liked that song and I was like, all right, well, let me listen to it. Listen to the album. And it was pretty good. So I went back and listened to all their music. And all in all, it's good music. It's kind of repetitive in my opinion.
Yeah.
The message doesn't really change. It's just, it's very emo, and it's very sad and depressing and like, oh, fuck this bitch. I hate her. I'm not okay. Life sucks. And I'm just like, okay. Like, I see why it only hit a certain demographic of people, because no one wants to listen to this shit all the time. But it's good music, because like, more than anything, my favorite thing about music that I've discovered is I enjoy instrumentation, and like, they have really good instrumentation. So that's about it. I mean, but other than that, I haven't been listening to shit. I just turn on an old playlist and I'll hit shuffle, and I get surprised by like some old music I have on there. But
Did you check out Alien Weaponry like I told you to?
nah,
You
let me
suck.
do it right now. Actually,
You suck, bro. No, don't do it now.
I'm not gonna fucking do it now. I'm just gonna put it in my Spotify now. Alien Weaponry. Oh, I see him. Kai Tangata, Holding My Breath.
Dude, Kai Tangata, and then do Roland Natoen. Or something like that. I'm pretty sure I just fucking butchered that.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's been music dropping, but like nothing that's caught my eye.
Not looking far enough then.
That's true. I'm not. I mean, that's why I said I just liked it. Normally, when I discover music, I just like discover it randomly, and I just go through that artist's whole music. I kind of go through like, I like to call them character arcs, but genre arcs. I'll call them that. Like right now, I'm really into. I just finished I guess an emo rock, but I was doing classic and some 2000s rock. What's up? Don't meow at me anymore. Not today.
Did you hit that Limp Bizkit up?
Yeah, yeah, of course. And Papa Roach. I don't understand why they get hate, because I actually like both of them.
I love Limp Bizkit. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. If you
But
don't,
like, I'm allowed to say that because I'm a complete outsider to that genre.
Nah, you're not. That's fucking gatekeeping, bro. We don't allow that here.
Wait, what?
That's gatekeeping. We don't allow that here. You're not an outsider. The music wasn't made for one specific group of people. It was
No. I get that. I get that. I'm saying like, no one's gonna expect me to actually listen to that shit. So like when I'm like, yeah, bro, like I fucking actually like Papa Roach. I'm like, whoa, there are people gonna look at me crazy, and then I'd be like, yeah, I just discovered them like not too long ago, blah blah blah. That's not true, because I used to watch old anime.
Yeah,
AMVs and shit.
Oh my god, dude, what happened to AMVs, bro? I used to love
Bro, anime AMVs were the best thing ever,
fucking,
bro.
Oh, there was one with like...
They were often better than the fucking scene itself.
Yeah, true. Well, it's because they edited all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Especially with the Naruto.
And the music...
Early Naruto was so
Bro, early Naruto? Godly.
But their fight scenes were so amazing that it made watching all that filler and shit worth it. Because there was
because their fillers still had like a good enough story, and the fights were still good. Shippuden just got retarded. Did you finish Shippuden?
Yeah, dude. I read the manga. I read mangas. I don't like watching the shows because they the shows bore me. I'm not gonna lie to you. They fucking bore me.
Why?
Because they fucking draw out these fucking scenes when in the book they're so much shorter. You know what I mean? I read it so much faster. There's not.
Yeah, because the book is. I mean, the book is meant for all the story. That's why. Like they have to do a bunch of dumb shit.
Originates. You know what I mean? So like, don't get me wrong. I love watching anime and shit.
Speaking of which, hold on. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, but so I finally I haven't finished the Alabasta arc. I still have a couple episodes apparently, but I finally saw how Luffy beat Crocodile.
Dope,
fucking
bro.
Genius.
Yep.
Bro, so the one thing I'll say about Luffy as a character that I absolutely enjoy is that like he takes L's, but he adapts. You know what I mean? He actually learns. And it's not like he's doing some crazy ass training like these other fucking shonen characters do. They do the crazy ass training, which I'm not knocking that because I enjoy that. But his was more realistic.
I mean,
his is more realistic because, like, put it like this: Goku will get his ass beat, and then he'll go do training for like an hour. Come back, this nigga's the next. He's God now, right? Luffy got his ass beat by Crocodile, not one time, but 2 fucking times. Well, he didn't get his ass beat the second time. He just got sucked up. No homo, all homo.
I can't remember what arc is next.
Whenever he swallowed all the water and he was Water Luffy, and he was shooting the water balls at a Crocodile. Well, he fell off one of the bridges or whatever because Crocodile's crazy sand move, and Crocodile caught his arm and just sucked the water out of him. That's what happened. But I just saw it too. But like Luffy didn't have time to go do some bullshit ass training. Like he had to be like, yo, let me think about this. Nigga went and got a barrel of water and started spraying himself with water to fight this nigga. Like Goku wouldn't have thought of that shit. Goku would still be doing the same thing. Okay? Like, that's not true. I saw the hit fight. Still, I enjoy Luffy as a character just because when it comes to fighting, it's not like, let me go train up real quick and become this super powerful ass nigga to defeat you. Like, nah, I get better as the fight goes on. because either I win or I die, and that's how I like it. That's how it should be, in my opinion.
Well, that's how it is in that show. Well, not really, because everybody somehow still lives. That's the crazy thing. Like, Morgan didn't die. You know, the fucking other dude, I can't remember. The one that, I can't remember his name. But homeboy where they got Sanji at. Don Krieg.
Which one?
Or some shit
Oh,
like that.
Don Krieg?
Don Krieg. I knew it was something. Don something. Yeah, Don Krieg was pretty dope, too.
That's because Luffy never kills anybody.
Yeah, it's true.
I wish he was more like Zoro, because Zoro really be murking niggas on that
Bro,
show.
Zoro,
Like,
first of all, he's my favorite character.
I was like, do people realize he's actually catching bodies?
Bro, he don't fuck around, and I love him.
Like, when he goes
That's
across
great, bro.
and, like, it's like 10 niggas and he unsheathes his sword, I'm like, they're dead. It's a wrap, bro. He doesn't play any games. Like, they're legitimately dead.
Just wait, man. Just wait till some of the crazy shit he has to deal with. Some of the crazy shit he does. I don't want to ruin it for you because I don't know if you only watch the shows. See, that's the difference between somebody who only watches anime and somebody who watches anime and reads manga. Because
No, I read them both. And if I don't read them, I read the spoilers. So I know a lot. I'm just, like, anticipating it.
Right,
Like, I'm
no,
excited to
I-
see it animated. That's basically
Right.
it.
That's the same way. I could always just go online and look up clips and shit of my favorite, you know, One Piece moments and just see the One Piece moment how it is. Like, but
Yeah.
sometimes I get this like urge, but that's really what happens is I get bored. And so I just read the manga because it's, in my mind, it's so much more fast paced, but I just like to read too. I'm a fucking nerd.
Yeah, no. That's no doubt. The manga is a whole lot fast paced, and a whole lot more fast paced, and which is still crazy because like Oda writes a shit ton. Like I don't even think he's taking a break.
Bro,
like,
he's on the manga that the last manga
936.
Yeah, he's on a crazy number. No, I think he's way past that. I think he just broke
Are you serious?
1,000. Yeah, I think he broke 1,000.
Bro, he said like whenever I think it was like last year.
Hippo,
He said he was like 85% of the way done, and I was like, bruh.
85%. Holy shit! That means he still got 50.
Yeah, bro, that was last year. So he's probably only about 90% of the way done. Still, you know how much has happened in that year for the manga? Like, bro, apparently I looked up. I was like researching. He literally planned the whole story from like beginning to end. Or I'm sorry, he already planned how the ending was gonna be. Like he knows how it's gonna end. Like he has it all mapped out.
Well, of course,
so
Luffy's gonna be the pirate king.
yeah, but I mean, like he has like how everything is supposed to go. Like he has it all mapped out. Like the whole ending.
Right. Well, I
Like
know the
how
ending is probably gonna be him versus Teach. Monkey D. Luffy versus Teach.
Oh, Marcus D. Teach, Blackbeard. Fuck that guy.
I think that because where I'm at right
How
now.
is he stealing fucking devil fruit?
Where I'm at right now, they're in between. They're split up right now. Sanji has
Again.
left. Sanji's left to go to. You like start to learn more about Sanji's family, and he's part of actually Big Mama, one of the 4 emperors. Like he's part of their family or some shit like that. And
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. You learn his last name is Vinsmoke.
and then Luffy and all the other ones they're on the back of this fucking traveling island. Luffy.
No, don't disrespect him. It's Luffy. Don't ever call him Luffy again.
It's Luffy.
It's Luffy. He literally says Luffy in the
I've
fucking
been
show.
saying Luffy for 20 minutes. And I correct myself. Do you notice that? Because I'm trying to fucking troll you. I've literally been doing it. And
I didn't hear you
today-
say Luffy at all,
Bro,
bro.
I've
I
been
was just
saying
like,
Luffy this
that was just the first time.
fucking
I guess because like we have been talking over each other a little bit, so I apologize about that.
Luffy.
Holy shit! I was about to be extremely disappointed.
Luffy. My god. Luffy was fucking. You made me lose my train of thought. I think it's going to be Luffy versus Teach. And then, but anyways, they're on the back of this train.
Nah, bro. You know how it's gonna end? It's gonna be Luffy versus Kobe.
No, man. No way.
Bro, Kobe is the youngest captain in history
I
already.
don't care. I don't care about
And Kobe, like, No, bro. Like, think about it. And Oda's so good at this, like, of bringing back characters that you don't even think of. And every time you see Kobe, he's leveled up. I guarantee it's gonna be that.
Bro, I don't think so. I think that, well, maybe he'll end it.
Obviously, he has to fight Teach. Obviously, he has to fight Teach. But at one point,
he'll have to fight
at one
Teach
point,
to be king of pirates. That's just plain and simple.
Man,
right now he's in the middle of a war with Big Mama and fucking Kado.
Okay, so yeah, I read that part.
And
I didn't read it, but I read the spoilers for it. And like they've already passed that. They hit that part in the anime. So
I thought they were just now getting to. Is the anime keeping pace with the fucking manga?
Yeah, bro. It's not that far behind the book.
Okay, that's pretty cool though.
Yeah,
they stopped dubbing
they updated because like they've put out like an episode of. They're taking a break right now. It's like a month and a half, 2-month break from airing any more episodes. Probably because like it's so close to where the book is, but they keep up. And that last fight is fucking insane. Like I don't know how Luffy won it, honestly.
I don't either. I'm gonna have to. Well, my fucking app is fucked up. I might have to download it or re-download it. Hold up.
You don't like when I grab your tail? No? Lay down.
Time to get his balls cut off, bro.
Yeah, he's getting neutered for real. Fucker.
Oh, bro. Speaking of, show you need to watch immediately. It's probably my favorite new show that I've seen in a really long time.
Is it that new one on fucking Netflix?
Yes, it is. Love, Death Plus
What's that
Robots.
called again?
Love, Death.
Love and Death plus robots?
No, and it's just Love, Death plus robots. Just watch the first episode and you'll be hooked because they're not that long, man. They're like, some of them are like 20 minutes, some of them are like 7-8 minutes, but all of them are interesting. All of them are pretty goddamn good. There are a few that are, it's hit and miss. Some are hit and miss, but I feel like overall the show is pretty awesome. Like I enjoyed the art out of all of it and everything. So definitely.
What's cartoon?
Yeah, it's animated. It's not just cartoons, it's animated. And some of this animation is so fucking good that I thought that it was actual people. There's one episode called Lucky 13 that is so well animated, I thought for the first 5 minutes of the fucking show that it was actual people. Thought it was a live action. Topher Grace from that 70s show, you remember Eric from that 70s show? He makes a little cameo in there. Little cameo appearance. He just out of nowhere was in this little fucking bit. It's crazy, dude. I'm telling you. You'll enjoy it for sure.
Man, I'll watch it. I thought it was gonna be like another Black Mirror type thing, and I was like, I don't want to watch this.
It's kinda like that. That's kinda the vibe I get as well. But it's not like Black Mirror all centers around like this one fucking technology and shit. If you don't notice that, it's always like this one little device that does every fucking thing that they can imagine. It's like a big fucking plot, like I don't know, plot device. That's basically what it is. It's a little plot device that they put on their head. This little plot device can do whatever I want it to do.
It's literally a plot device.
Yeah. But this is different. Like watch Sunny's Edge is what got me hooked. It's the first episode and it's probably my favorite one. And of course there are other ones that I like, but this one is crazy. There's one with I can't remember what it's called. Something Hunter. Good Hunting or some shit like that. And it's got that. You remember that? I posted it maybe a week or two ago. It was like that animated fight between this old dude and this really big guy. And like the old dude knows like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or some shit. And he like drinks this little potion. And it's an animated little fight sequence. You know what I'm talking about?
What?
You don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Anyway.
Repeat that, bro, because I don't know what the fuck you're talking
about. On Facebook. It was you shared it, I shared it. One of us had it. I think I shared it. I shared it recently, but I think you shared it before. It was this little animated short of this old dude fighting this really big dude. And the old dude was using like skill, and the big dude was like using his strength and shit. And the old dude like had this little necklace that he wore, and he would take like little sips out of it, and it would like make him breathe, and he would fucking run at this dude. You know what? If you don't know what I'm talking about, then I'm not gonna continue to describe it for no fucking reason.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It looks like it was done with pencil. Anyways,
interesting.
There's this really good episode where called Good. There are a bunch of really good episodes. You gotta check it out for sure. Like, I can't praise the show enough. I like it almost as much as I like Rick and Morty.
It's pretty big.
I don't wanna. I'm trying not to hype it up though, because I don't want it to me to hype it up and then you be fucking let down.
Oh, you're good. You can hype it up as much as you want. I'm gonna go in this with the same expectations I'm going with everything.
But
none.
Man.
Speaking of which, of adult cartoon shows, have you seen BoJack Horseman?
Oh, I love BoJack, bro.
Holy fuck, man! I'm gonna restart it. I'm on I just finished season 2 like 4 months ago, and I've been fucked up ever since.
Bro, that show continues to fuck me up. One of my favorite
that show is so depressing. It's stressful as fuck.
Is that part where he's like, I just came back from the little SEAL, the Navy SEAL. I love that part of that show. Also, the monologue that he does for his mother's funeral is so fucking godlike. It is insane. Dude, that is some of the best writing and like best voice acting I've ever seen ever heard. I was so fortunate enough to be alive when that shit was created. Because that was a fucking great episode. It was literally just him 20 minutes of running one whole long monologue. And he executed it well, and it was well written. I just said that.
What season is this?
It's later.
I thought so.
I don't remember exactly. I think it was in the last season.
I like their rule that they have a rule that they can't use fuck unless it's ruining a relationship for BoJack, like beyond repair. So if you notice, like I'm gonna start season 3, but season 1 it was like, fuck you, you have to live with the fact that, I can't remember, his friend that had cancer, and then the second season when she was like, if I ever see you again I'll fucking kill you, because he was gonna fuck her daughter. Bro,
that was weird.
He's like the true definition of a narcissist.
Yeah.
Like, and he's so narcissistic he can't even help it. Like, even when he wants to be a decent human being, he can't help it.
Yep.
Human being, a decent horse,
a decent person. I think that's
there you go.
Of that show.
That show, man, golly, bro. I went into the show with expectations. That's why I don't have expectations on shows anymore. Because I thought it was just going to be like another dumb cartoon show, and I was like, I can't fucking watch this. And like, don't get me wrong, it's hilarious, but it's also fucking heavy. Oh my god, my soul aches. Like how he did Todd.
Yeah, I know, man. He just is a piece of shit.
Bro, and then when Todd discovered it, and then Todd understood that, like, it's BoJack, so he forgave him, I was like, holy shit, this show is too much. And, like, that was, like a bunch of different episodes that linked together.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think it was fun. You know Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad, that's the dude that does Todd's voice, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. Will Arnett does BoJack, obviously. He also does Lego Batman.
Yeah.
And Will Arnett is like a dude that's an actual actor and shit. You've probably seen him in actual movies and shit.
I know who Will Arnett is, yeah.
And then, yeah, Dude, voice acting is so amazing. I wish I could get into it. I feel like it would be so cool to do. You just get to create this character like you see it written. You're like, alright, all I gotta do is make this character how I think he sounds, and then just say it. And say it with all the emotion and shit that he would say it in.
I don't know if I'd be a good voice actor.
Oh, bro.
I don't have the voice for it.
I don't know what, I don't know what that means. You don't have to sing. It's not singing. Just do voices, dude. You don't do
Yeah, but
voices.
like, I can't imagine my voice on anybody else.
Okay, so don't do your voice.
Touche. Touche.
Gotta think outside the box, man. What I say, you could do a deep voice. Here, Mortal Kombat guy. Finish him!
Finish him.
You know? There are plenty of voice actors who are probably like, I don't have the voice. Somebody was like, yeah, you do, man. Have you ever you seen that black dude, the big black dude? I can't remember his name, but he's got like a super deep voice that's super soothing. He talks like, he imagines how, like, have you ever seen like a babbling brook? He talks like the brook sounds. You know what I mean? It's just deep. Maybe it's not, like it's like a waterfall. You know?
Are you talking about Morgan Freeman?
No, I'm not talking. Do you think I don't know who?
Are you talking about Ving
Morgan
Rhames?
No, not Ving Rhames either.
Okay, because Ving Rhames kind of has a smooth, deep voice.
He does, but that's
like,
not. It's more. He does like Kilowatt.
Allstate.
No, not the Allstate guy. Not Keith David. You don't even know who Keith David is, motherfucker.
Nope.
Keith David? Really? You don't know who Keith David is, dude? He's done so many voices. He's been in actual TV shows. He's done Rick and Morty. He did the president in Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah, I just never knew his name. I know who Keith David is.
Yeah, he does a bunch of fucking voices. I was about to say, what the fuck is wrong? He did the giraffe, too. The reverse giraffe.
Really?
Yeah, in Rick and Morty, remember? He's like, I'm reverse giraffe. You know, I have a... what is it? I have a short lens and a long neck or some shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
He also did Goliath.
I have a short neck and long legs.
Did you never watch Gargoyles?
I did.
He did Goliath.
No way.
Yeah. Bro.
Makes sense, actually.
I can't believe, like, I'm gonna have to get you into, like, voice actors, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, you might have to.
You have to check these dudes out. Like, Sean Schimmel's the dude that does Goku, but and Chris Savage.
He's the GOAT.
No, he's a piece of shit. I fucking hate that guy. No, he's come out and done some shit lately. You should look into the Vic Mignogna thing.
Wait, who's the guy that does All Might and Vegeta? Because that dude's the GOAT.
Christopher Sabat.
That's my guy.
Yeah, he does All Might, Vegeta, Piccolo.
I guess I need to start looking into voice actors. I get that. That's like the equivalent of looking at producers or songwriters.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
I should do that. That's what to me it is, because like looking at the voice actors behind the characters, like it's kind of pertinent.
Well, I am trying to separate the two right now. Because I'm at odds with, I don't like how they did Vic Mignogna with all this, these allegations that he's had come out. And I don't agree with persecuting somebody based solely off allegations. I need evidence. You have to prove it. It's not fair. This is what I was talking about earlier with the chick that I unfriended. It's not fair to anybody to just believe what somebody says without any evidence to correlate with what they're saying. You know, and if he did do the things that they said that he did, then fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit. Throw the jail on top of it. But if he's innocent, you've ruined this man's career.
Yeah.
And that's not fair to him. You've ruined his life. He'll never be able to do. He'll never work for Funimation again. So we'll never get him as Broly, or, you know, he'll never be Edward Elric anymore in any future shits that they come out with, like movies or whatever. You know, it's whatever voice acting he does. He's not on the new Ruby season. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Ruby or whatever it's called. RWBY. He's not a part of that anymore because of this. And there are multiple voice actors, like the chick that does Bulma. Fucking
bitch.
Monica Rials. She's come out and said stuff about it. But there's also
Oh, word?
Yeah. And then Jamie Marchi, she's been coming out. Or you have to look into it. Like, look up objective opinions about the shit. Because I think I get one perspective, and everything that says that points towards him being right, you know? And then there's him being innocent. I mean, the man's got a lawyer. He's suing Funimation and the people that are, you know, fucking up his character. I'm not going to keep trying to attempt to fuck this. I'm not going to keep butchering this word over and over again.
Defamation of character.
Defamation of character, whatever. That word. He's suing all of them for that because he's losing money. He's got all these cons have canceled him and shit. And they're like, oh, 20 years of people saying this and da-da-da-da-da. It's like, yeah, well, if that's how you feel, do you feel the same way about Michael Jackson? Because 20 years of people saying that shit to that motherfucker, too. And didn't they just come out with another...
Michael Jackson did it, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the eyes of the law, he was innocent.
That's true. But the law could be bought.
The law, well, of course, anything can be bought in this fucking day and age. I don't know, man.
Not me.
I think he could be bought.
How? Get the fuck out of here. I'll kill you.
With a bunch of goddamn money. How else?
Nah.
Get the fuck out of here. I'll kill you. I'm not talking about...
I told you, bro. I don't put a dollar sign on my soul.
Right, you say that, and then somebody comes with like $2 billion. $2 billion. I think somebody comes up with $1 billion, cash money. 2 truck fucking loads of money come up. Talking about, I need you to do whatever it is you don't want to do. I think that you'll definitely think about it.
I'll think about it, because it's $2 billion.
Yeah. So,
but at the same time,
don't scoff at it like I can't be bought. I think you can.
No, I would never do that.
Like, I think
because
the old Ted DiBiase from WWE.
But I'm saying like, yeah, like to give up, just to give up who I am as a person for like an exchange of money, like I can't do it because losing that part of me is more valuable than all the money in the world. Because if I don't fuck with myself after that, then why would I fuck with the money? The money's just gonna make me go into a worse bender. That's just how I look at things.
Yeah, but you know what? You'd be a bender you've never had before, bro.
Bro, I would probably die on that bender because I have so much fucking money. Probably.
I think that you definitely would die before you could spend all that money.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think that'd be the whole
die,
point.
Like,
I could do that.
I'd die
I definitely think I could pull that off.
I would die in like fucking
$2 billion. What you want me to do? Suck a dick? I'll suck any dick you want. I'll suck 2 dicks. I don't give a fuck for $2 billion.
See, you gay. Because they just said suck a dick.
I don't care. Whatever you want me to do. I mean, I'm thinking of things that I just wouldn't want to do. You know what I mean?
Regularly. I got you.
No, I'm not doing that shit regularly. What the fuck?
No, things you wouldn't do regularly.
Right, exactly. Like, I don't know. There are some things, I guess you're right. Because thinking about it now, I'm like, well, what if he wanted me to kill a kid? I'd be like, oh, I couldn't kill a kid, man. Couldn't do it.
There's certain things, like, the things that make you tick as a person. And, like, if they ask you to go, like, past that line that makes you tick and makes you who you are. And if you could be bought,
You know,
That means you're a weak.
you know what's fucking
weak
crazy?
person.
How much you can change in such a short amount of time is that if you had asked me 5 years ago if I could kill a woman for money, I probably would have told you no. But now, I could definitely do that.
Jesus Christ. Make sure you edit that part out of the fucking podcast.
I'm not saying I would. I'm
Jesus
just
Christ.
saying I could. God damn. Don't fucking judge me. This should be
I'm
called
not
the
judging.
Judge.
I'm just saying,
This
like,
should be called the
golly,
Judge
like, that's what
Free
you say.
fucking podcast.
That's what you fucking say. Like,
You weren't expecting that, were you, bitch?
this fucking guy here.
I meant that though. Anyways,
I think I could kill. I mean, like, if you absolutely have to kill somebody, like, I feel like anybody can do it. If it's the right person for somebody,
well,
I'll
anything
definitely
that you
do
can
it.
do in self-defense, like, I could kill anything in self-defense, even a child. If a child fucking attacked me with like a knife or some shit, if you don't think I'm gonna fucking punch that child in the face, you have another thing.
Oh hell yeah, I'm fucking that kid up.
That kid is about to fucking feel a world of hurt. That's why I could never get scared of shit like Chucky and fucking like anything with a doll.
That shit's so
or
stupid to me, bro.
anything
How do y'all
with
hide from a fucking doll?
Yeah, like anything child size, a fucking anything like that. If you
Bro,
think
I'll
I won't
fucking boot that
drop kick-
nigga to the
Right.
next fucking country, dog.
If you think
I'll
I'm
kick that
not-
nigga so hard he'll be flying, bro. He'll lose all his hair by the time he lands. That's how hard I'll kick that nigga. Fuck out of here. I
will.
never understood how people were freaked out about that
I
dog.
don't either. I would super kick that
Pussy
thing
ass niggas.
like a mother. I'd be like, oh my god, sweet chin music. Fuck that guy.
Like, if I saw a doll and I'd be like, what the fuck? And he's talking to me, I'd be like, alright, nigga.
Have you seen that? What's that meme where the black dude's like confused with the question marks? You know what I'm talking about? Is that?
Yeah, the Nick Young.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would be like if a doll started talking to me. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, I'd be confused as shit.
And
And then,
then-
like, if he starts talking about, like, I'm gonna kill you, I would just beat the fuck out of him.
And
after
then
that.
immediate super kick. Bam. I don't care what it is. If it talks to me and it's not supposed to, I'm super kicking it. And that's the end of it. I don't
Not
care.
me. I'm getting my gun out and I'm just gonna empty the clip.
Oh, did you get a gun?
No. I'm getting one.
Oh, you need to.
Yeah.
You live on
I
your
was
own,
actually
man.
I was at my folks' house on Friday night because my aunt and uncle were in town. But my cousin was over.
Hey,
And we were talking about guns. My cousin has like 6 guns, and
I
they
hear
were
they're
like,
like
"Why do you have this?"
tattoos. Once you get one, you can't stop.
Yeah, bro, it's hard to because my dad has 3 guns, and he's like talking to my cousin, "Why do you need more guns?" Like, bro, you have 3 for no reason.
Why
Like,
do you have so many?
chill out. Yeah, that's why I was like, Dad, like, you have 3. Yeah, no, he was talking about how he just got a new rifle and everything, and I was like, yeah, I need to go ahead and just get a strap.
Get a shotgun, man. Shotguns are.
That dude has, bro, he has like
Oh,
a
you don't
double
need
barrel
a-
shotgun, a regular shotgun. He has an AR. He just bought another new rifle. I think it was a Browning something.
You don't need
and then he
that.
has 2 pistols.
What are you doing?
And I was
You
like,
don't-
bro, like, what the fuck? He's like, I got over like 1,000 bullets for each. I was like, you sound like you going through some shit, bro. It's a good thing you were a good family man. And I was like, you going through some shit? He's like, nah, I'm just prepared. Somebody walk in my house, it's a wrap. It's over.
Yeah, until somebody walks into your house where the guns are at, and they get the guns and kill you with them. They're
Right.
like-
I was like, all right, I'm not getting
oh my god.
tweaking, dog.
Bruh, I don't think, like I said, get a shotgun. You don't need a permit for it, I don't think. I think my brother Zachary has a shotgun, and he doesn't have, I don't think he has a permit for it. But he's white, so, I mean, that might change for you.
I like that you said that.
I don't know, bro. I don't know the rules for black folks when it comes to guns.
No, you can have a rifle. You can have a rifle at any age, actually. But you have to have a concealed handgun license to carry a pistol, and you have to be over 20. You have to be 21, I believe. I'm sorry. You can get a rifle at 18. You can buy one by yourself at 18. but you have to be 21 to get a handgun, which is fucking dumb. Hey, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, your balls getting clipped, dog, cause you really tripping.
Did you get your bank shit figured out?
Yeah. I finessed the system.
That's what's up, man. Good job. Would you do cash back or some shit?
Huh?
I said, how'd you finesse the system?
I'm just not gonna pay that fucking bank. Fuck them. Cause they're hoeing. But like what I did was I went ahead and switched my whole direct deposit to my new one, and I have like another, basically like an offshore account, and I have a card for that. So I'm just gonna transfer the money to that. So I'll have my money regardless. But it's just a matter of waiting.
That sucks.
Nah, I mean it'll be this week. So, and I can last off of anything. Like, I had like fucking $60, and I was like, bro, I can make this last for the next 3 weeks, honestly.
Been talking for fucking 2 hours.
It'd be like that, bro. Come here.
Oh my god.
Come here.
I'm not recording, man. You hear me? Oh my god, I'm so fucking bad at this, dude. I'm not recording.
You didn't record any of that?
Nope.
God damn you, bro. That was really good content too, because we was just.
You know what? You know what? It's good practice.